Hi, my name is Abby, and I'm here to talk to you about communication options. I know your child has recently been diagnosed as hard of hearing, and a lot of information is coming towards you, and I just wanted to provide some more information on communication options that your child has available to them. As we look forward and move towards a plan on how we want to communicate, I just want to keep you informed and give you all the options so we can best choose what fits for you guys. And so we have three of them. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first one, which is listening and spoken language. That means that your child will go ahead and get some sort of amplification, like hearing aids or cochlear implants that amplify the sound. So your child will have access to auditory sounds and will work with a specialized team to better work on hearing and spoken language. So that's something we need to take into account, is that this will be therapy hours, this will be specialized teams, professionals working on your child understanding the sounds in their environment and producing speech, working on articulation, things like that. So yeah, we just want to keep in mind that it's going to be hard work, but there are many benefits to having hearing and spoken language. The next thing we are going to talk about is total communication. This is another option. Also has many benefits. Each one does. And so total communication is going to focus a lot more on just getting any sort of communication input to your child. So this could be a combination of auditory processing, spoken language, and signed exact English. Signed exact English is going to be a little bit different than ASL. Signed exact English is going to go ahead and try to copy or be very close to the way spoken English is. That same sort of syntax, which is, the way our sentences are made up. And so that's different than ASL, which we'll talk about in a minute, which has its own grammar and stuff. So we would be talking about sign exact English in total communication, which is words exactly as they sound in our normal speech, put into sounds. So just providing a combination of auditory cues or, hand gestures, visual cues to match the auditory, just so that they're getting the full picture, they're getting the full communication that someone is the whole message that someone's trying to receive, basically. And we just need to be aware that sign exact English may not be as effective, or it may be a little cumbersome sometimes, just saying every single word in a sentence spelled out. But we could totally dive into that and have someone going along with them and teaching sign exact English. And so next we move on to ASL. And so this is American Sign Language. This is different than sign exact English, as I was mentioning before. ASL has its own syntax. It is its own language, has its own culture. The deaf culture is something that comes along with this ASL. So this is the sign language. We would just have to take in mind that the whole family has to jump on board for this, learning ASL, so that communication between the whole family is effective, and that they're getting the full extent of communication. ASL can be taught, and when we talk about ASL, we talk about no spoken language with that. It's just going to go ahead and be ASL. And so yeah, that's another option. These are all great options. We just want to see how this suits your family the best, what ways we can use it to support your child, and we can always come back, regroup, and decide what's best. And it's important to just stay flexible and be open to learning. and we'll be here by your side for help. Yeah, cut. I got most of my information, or all of my information, from the communication option handout.